Good afternoon, folks. This is Brandon Lucas here, the Sports Information Director for Pacific Union College, and I'm here with Coach George Glover. How you going, Coach?
I'm doing okay.
Good. It's that week.
It's finals week.
It's finals week, and we're also getting ready for our first league game. So, first off, I want to just kind of talk about how the preseason has gone for you guys. What struggles maybe you've had, and maybe what are the things that you guys built on coming into this now start of league play.
Preseason has gone according to expectations. The biggest issue we've had is team chemistry, with basically all but all players. The whole team is new except for two players, and the games that we played really don't indicate how well we're playing at times, and we've had some very successful quarters during this time. We usually have about two quarters that are really we've revert back to some old habits, and so we just got to fix those two quarters that we got, which are usually the first and third quarters. But outside from that, the girls are really progressing well. They're coming together as a team. They're really bonding well on the court, and we just need to step up on our shooting percentage. That's where it's failing us now. We're shooting a low shooting percentage.
Knowing that you only had two returning players, how big of a challenge is it for you going into obviously this season and trying to installing a lot of new things that probably some of these freshmen have never seen before?
It's really challenging because you're taking all the players that are new, and you're installing a system that they've never had even a remote chance of running, even in AAU or whatever. And so it's been really challenging. It's been the learning curve for them it's been really hard for them at times. A lot of high schools, they run just zone only. Some community colleges only run zone only. We run more of a read and react offense, and they're more of a pass and cut, and you're playing from point A to point B. So learning to play basketball at this level has been challenging for a lot of the girls. But they're working their way through it, and they're getting better, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to watch the live stream of that Multnomah game that you guys came back from, and obviously that's your only win so far this season. But coming back from a big deficit like that, I mean, is that a testament to kind of where these girls actually should be playing on a consistent basis?
Absolutely. We talk about it all the time. We're capable of winning more games than we're currently showing. The girls have a lot of fortitude. They're very competitive. They at times when things are going right, we look like we're that basketball team. And then of course and I'm starting a lot of freshmen also, and I have a lot of freshmen coming off the bench. So with the younger teams, we revert back to some old habits. And I keep saying old habits because it's a lot. What I see in film, it's really old habits. And once we learn how to sustain that for 40 minutes, we'll be okay. But that was an awesome game. I mean, to come back, to see the fight in the girls, and to have all that adversity that we had, and for them to come back that many down. I think at 19 points at one point, we came back from that deficit, and to just keep trucking along, and then we got the lead, and then we did what we need to do to keep the lead. So it was exciting. That was an exciting game, actually, really exciting.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think any kind of comeback win and anything like that really helps build kind of character within your team and shows again what they're truly capable of. Yes. And what they're able to do. So now segueing into league play. League play actually started last week, or this past weekend. A couple teams went ahead and played each other. And with Embry-Riddle with their record right now, and UC Merced being the 3-time defending Cal PAC champions, I mean, where do you see this league right now as it stands? And I mean, what are the surprises? And are you guys going to be that Cinderella team that probably makes that push and gets that fourth or third seed?
The league has really become competitive. I mean, with the two new teams from Arizona, and also Merced is consistent. They've been consistent the last 3 years. The top 4 teams, you really know who the top 4 teams. Well, the top 3 teams, you can really tell who they're going to be. Merced, Embry-Riddle, and Benedictine or UAV, one of those two. Everybody else, they're a good team still in the conference, and it's still open. It's still open because anybody can beat anybody on any given night, and we've seen that. La Sierra just upset UAV Saturday night, so weren't expecting that. So with that being said, that we're striving to be one of the 4 playoff teams. Yeah, I think we have the bodies and the talent to do it, and it's just a matter of us playing consistent, playing 40 minutes. But I think we can, and the girls are shooting for it to be one of the top 4 playoff teams this year. Afternoon.
Now going into next week on Monday afternoon, taking on Simpson University. Not to take away any kind of strategy and whatnot that you have here, Coach. I don't want to give our the other Cal PAC teams our strategy on what we're going to do. But I mean, what are you looking to do probably in this upcoming game, and what's the practice like going to be this week, and in preparing for our first league game?
Well, we've had 2 weeks to prepare for Simpson, so we should be we're going to be prepared for that play. I won't give away what we're going to do. We're just going to have an intense practice for 2 weeks. Since we're off because of finals and our dead week, we're just having intense practices, scrimmages, within the team itself. And then, and we're just going to really I'm going to keep it right there, I'm not going to go any further than that. But, yeah, it's real intense right now, and we're just going to keep that going the rest of the week.
Well, I know Simpson has a little bit of size compared to us, and we're probably – we're a guard-heavy kind of team, and we're a little bit on the shorter end of the stick, but in terms of height. But knowing with a little bit of your length from some of your guards and some of the teams that we've actually played that have, bigs, I mean, it looks like they can contend and be able to just disrupt some of that. And what kind of defensive mentality do these girls need to have in order to play against girls that are just towering over them?
Well, I mean, it's just a coaching strategy. What do you want to give up? I mean, do you let the bigs do what they do and then you stop all the three-point shooters, or do you double down on the bigs and then scramble out on the three-point line, run them off the three-point line and get them back in? So, it's a strategy that we have. We've had some success against bigs, and we've worked both of those strategies already, where we've just let the bigs do their thing, and I think we did that against William Jessup. Their three-point shooting, they didn't shoot a good percentage at three-point line, but we let their bigs do what they were going to do. League comes in and we're changing that strategy. We won't tell that strategy until we get on the court, but we will have. It's going to be one of the two. I don't know, or a combination of both of those. And how we go. And there's some other stuff I have up my sleeve that I haven't presented yet for league, so we'll be coming at that a little differently this year.
Talking about some of your players on the roster, with Faith Williams and Amari Clinton being the only returners from last year, how do you see their role stepping in this year as like kind of team captains, or not necessarily team captains, but just kind of a vocal leader, because knowing your offense and knowing what you guys want to do offensively and defensively, how have they helped translate that to some of the younger players?
Amari is very knowledgeable of what we're trying to do, and she's been a great leader on the floor, and in the locker room and in practice. And she has a drive that's bar none, the biggest drive I've seen any player have in a while. And she's been there to really help the coaching staff really get the message across to the players that, hard work, or even as in yesterday's practice, she knows where everybody needs to be. She's communicating that a lot, pushing people into the right areas, and that's helping a lot, because the freshmen wants to know that. They thrive on that, people, communicating to them 24/7, and so that they can be in the right position. Faith has grown a lot from last year herself. She's really been more aggressive, and I've really liked seeing that from her this year. And she understands that she's that calming effect on the team. I mean, she's low key, but she says what needs to be said at the right time. She won't say a lot, but she'll say what she needs to say at the right time, and it's really powerful for what she says. So it's been great to have those two back this year. And, with even some of the newcomers, or in Makana, I forgot about Makana. Makana, yeah, she's one of the highest IQ players that we've had. One of my first recruits here at PUC. This is our senior year, and she just knows everything that's going on at every time on every place on the court. So and she has a great effect with the young players also. So it's great having those three in this year.
Awesome. Well, this is going to conclude the Cal PAC preview interview with Coach Glover. I want to thank you guys for joining us, Coach. I want to thank you for joining me, and let's get it on Monday, the 18th.
Get the dub on Monday.
See you guys next time.